Always nice to start the week with some sunshine as we're taking a live look at Lambeau Field on this Victory Monday. A big win for the Packers over the Giants out there in New Jersey on Sunday. They'll be back home this coming week against the Vikings. That game at high noon with big implications in the NFC North. Looking forward to following along with that. Our Action 2 Sports team will be getting us up-to-date coverage and all the details leading up to that big rivalry game at Lambeau. So make sure to stick with us on air and online throughout the week leading up to that. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Emerson Lehmann here, along with my good pal Steve Beylon up there in the First Alert Weather Center. And Steve, we said it. We got some sunshine to start the week. People got to be happy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely brightens people's spirits up just a little bit. Sometimes that Monday morning can be a little bit of a grog. But, hey, with the return of some sunshine and less wind, weather-wise, what's not to like, right? All right, let's get you a live shot. There's Lambeau Field on this Victory Monday. We're at 28 degrees, wind chill 21, northwest wind starting to slow down. It's around 7 miles an hour. So these are temperatures right now. 28 in the Fox Cities, 32 in Wapaka. Sturgeon Bay's got you beat, 33 just by a degree. Still a northwest breeze out there, but it's not as strong as what we felt over the weekend. It's generally blowing in around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Just enough wind to give us a wind chill factor of 20 in Appleton, 18 in Wausau. Wind chill is 25 right now in Sheboygan, 23 for wind chills in Oshkosh and in Manitowoc. Cool, but less wind. Seasonable for the middle of November, a high of 43 this afternoon. We will see sunshine, and there may be a few high clouds, especially to the south and west. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor with today's high temperatures, and this is pretty typical stuff. 43 is average for this time of year. Well, that's what we get today in Green Bay and Appleton and Fond du Lac, around 40 in the north with a high of 39 in Sturgeon Bay. There's that lighter northwest to west breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour, and the air should be calm around and after sunset. Our next weather maker, a little bit tricky to forecast, especially this early in the upcoming season. Rain mixed with some wet snow late tonight into Tuesday. This precipitation will land south of Highway 29. And that's where our severe weather outlook tomorrow morning is in the low category. We can't rule out a little bit of some slipperiness on some of the roads, although the snow will probably more readily stick to grassy surfaces. That said, it's always challenging this early in the season trying to pin down a snowfall forecast when the ground is going to be melting some of that snow. So, and exactly where that band of snow sets up is also a little bit of a challenge. We are watching rain and snow showers swirling around low pressure out in the Rockies. This disturbance aloft is going to glide into the lower Great Lakes. That's where you'll find some precipitation between now and tomorrow. The northern Great Lakes has lots of dry air and will probably avoid any rain or snow. So I suspect we're going to see a very sharp cutoff on the haves and have-nots on this rain-snow event. So First Alert Pinpoint Predictor keeps it fair in the North Woods. Farther south, a gradual increase of clouds. There's that snow and rain mix. Getting as far north as Highway 29, and it doesn't go any farther north because, well, dry air is just preventing that from tracking into the North Woods. And so we're going to see a little narrow swath of this precipitation cutting through perhaps the Fox Valley, east central Wisconsin through Tuesday morning, kind of winding down Tuesday afternoon, and will be dry as we head towards Tuesday evening. Now, here's the snowfall forecast. And again, this is very dependent on how warm the ground is. It's also very dependent on exactly how far north the snow goes. But we're expecting through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning up to half an inch of slush on the grassy surfaces, especially west of Oshkosh into central Wisconsin. And through Tuesday, an inch or two is possible across east central Wisconsin. Now, the tricky thing is that out of that inch or two, a good chunk of that may be melting. So you may put your ruler in the ground and you may never reach an inch or two because, it's melting. But if it didn't melt, that's about, how much you'd be looking at coming down. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those challenging forecasts. But again, slushy wet snow mixed with some rain south of Highway 29 tomorrow, especially in the morning. And then your First Alert Super 7-day forecast has a chance of rain showers, this time in the north. On Thursday, cloudy that day. Otherwise, you'll see partly sunny skies this week, seasonable highs in the 40s. And let's look ahead at next weekend. Big weekend, a lot to talk about. So on Saturday, we've got the statewide gun deer hunting opener. And we have adjusted this forecast a little bit compared to what we were looking at last week. But on this Monday morning, looking ahead at Saturday, seasonably cool, 20s in the morning, 43 at noon, high of 47. In the afternoon on Saturday, it will turn breezy, but I think early in the day that southwest wind will be much lighter. So, and the wind does have an impact on your scent if you're a hunter out in the woods and how the deer can pick up on that. So that's something to keep in mind. But right now, it looks like Saturday is probably going to be dry with fair to partly cloudy skies. And then on Sunday, you know what Sunday is? Sunday is that game during the Packers schedule where you see green and gold and orange in the stands. I always find that interesting. And hopefully not too much purple. Hopefully not. Don't sell your tickets to Viking fans. Come on, folks. All right, so Sunday, Lambeau Field, filtered sun and clouds. We'll have a lighter southwest wind around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Kickoff 45, and it should be up around 48 at the end of the game. So there it is, your First Alert Super 7-day forecast, which has some typical temperatures for this time of year, and no big storms. We just got to keep an eye on that slushy, sloppy snow mixing with rain in the Fox Valley and east central Wisconsin tomorrow, especially during the morning hours.
Slushy, sloppy snow.
Does that sound delightful, Emerson?
It sounds like a sign of the Christmas season, Steve. We got to get to Thanksgiving first.
It's all, right around the corner. What was I pestering you about this morning? Whether you're actually going to get out and shop fast enough, or are you going to wait until the last minute?
Yeah, I'm a man of my principles, and I think I'm going to stick to what I've been doing for years. That has not failed me yet.
It works for you, man, right?
December 23rd, December 24th kind of shopper. And I used to not give gift receipts, Steve, because if I got it for you, you should be grateful. If you're not returning it.
If you got it for somebody, then it's the perfect gift, no questions asked.
Yes, but I was told by several people that that's a little selfish. I do not know everyone's taste the best. Or, especially when it comes to like clothing, you might get a wrong size or... Well,
that's true, right.
So I'm still kind of up in the air on it. I haven't decided yet, but I might give gift receipts this year.
That would be so noble of you.
I'm just out here trying to be a better person, Steve.
Look at you, Emerson.
'Tis the season, trying to be a better person. And hey, Steve, did you have a favorite toy that you opened on Christmas when you were a kid?
I don't know if I had a favorite one toy, but I do remember the year that my parents got my sister and I a computer, which was, when we needed it for school. And I remember we came downstairs and started opening up gifts, and it took about a minute or two before we realized there was a computer off to the side on a little console. And I was just like, my jaw was on the floor, and I literally grabbed my sister's head and I said, "Leslie, look!" And I turned her head, and we both looked at this, and we were just like beyond flabbergasted. This was like, gosh, probably would have been like the late 80s.
That's a fun gift.
Late 80s, very early 90s. Yeah.
The reason I ask, Steve, is because, as you know, we kicked off our Toys for Tots campaign today.
Yeah.
And as people are seeing right here, we've got, there's Kristen Allen, who is live in our lobby, and she was out there showing us all the different, sharing all the different information that we need to know about Toys for Tots. If you head to our website, WBAY.com, you can see this list of toy drop-off sites as well. Let's click on that for some folks. So you can see here, Alloway, Appleton has a ton of them, Ashwaubenon, Bell. Look at just all these different places where you can donate new, unused toys to help make sure that kids can have that awesome feeling like Steve had when he saw that gift under the tree. We've got WBAY. Of course, we accept those deliveries as well in our lobby during normal business hours. So make sure, if you are able and willing and feeling generous this holiday season, to be a part of it. Check out that link at our website again, WBAY.com, and you can see just how you can help a child have a better holiday season this year, help them have some excitement. Steve, it's always so fun to see that lobby just fill up with those toys.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're just getting started. It's always nice when it gets filled up, and then the Marine Corps comes in on the last call, and they're bringing curbside toys up into the building. And Kristen made a good point, and it bears mentioning every year. A lot of people, they're really eager to donate toys for the little kids. I mean, that's fun, right? But sometimes we don't get as many toys for some of the older kids, like the teenagers. Sometimes it's a little tricky to shop for them, and so if you can keep some of those boys and girls in mind as well as we go through this Toys for Tots drive. I'm sure that would go a long way for some older kids who also could use their spirits brightened up this holiday season.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we look forward to following along with the progress, and we'll stay tuned to our First Alert Weather team as well. Download that First Alert Weather app if you haven't. We're going to have that sloppy weather potential for tomorrow. Steve will be tracking it all tomorrow morning on Action 2 News starting at 4:30. You've got Action 2 News mid-morning to go get ready for. Steve, we'll let you do that. We'll wish everybody a happy Monday. Here's a live look at Shawano County. Good morning, Shawano. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you all tomorrow at 4:30.